Here's some last minute fantasy tips for your drafts this week. First off, do your own ranks or have ranks that you really, somebody whose opinion you really value, and have that list out for you. Have a positional board, have a big board, and try not to reach too far on that board, right? Just because you have like warm feelings about a player and you think it's going to be a good year for them, don't reach compared to your board. Now, that doesn't mean not to reach compared to the Expert Consensus board or ADP. Check your ADP, check your Expert Consensus rankings for your platform. This is where you get value in drafts, especially for people who maybe aren't as up to snuff as you are at drafting, right? Maybe you know more. You've been paying attention. You've been doing your homework. You're going ahead, you're drafting. Check the Expert Consensus ranks. Maybe you get a Emeka Egbuka because you drafted him a round or two higher than other teams probably would have because they don't even know who Emeka Egbuka is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You limit compounding errors, right? Just because you made one mistake in one round does not mean it's over, and it might not even be a mistake. Remember, we think we know so much at this moment, right? We know nothing, Jon Snow. Relax, right? Just because you get to the end of round two and there's not a wide receiver one that you love and, all the running backs feel like they've already gone on a run. There's other rounds, and you will find value in your draft. Most people find value throughout their drafts. If they stick to a good strategy and some good ranks, they will figure it out. Okay, it's fine that you took a receiver that maybe you don't love in round two. You get to round three, and you feel a little bit better with another one that's a receiver that you feel better with for a round three rank, round four, round five. The meat of your draft is going to be in the middle rounds. Because remember, last year, a lot of people's first round picks busted completely. And that didn't mean they were out of the playoffs. It didn't mean that they were out completely for fantasy. Which brings me to the next part. Diversify your portfolio. If you're in multiple leagues, you're a sicko like me, diversify your portfolio. Draft multiple players in different leagues and don't have Christian McCaffrey in every league. That feels like a high variance player that can get very nauseating to have in every league so far. But if you have Breece Hall in 2 leagues, Jonathan Taylor in 2 leagues, Christian McCaffrey in 2 leagues, it could add up to some real good value and a lot of fun for this year because not all those guys will hit, but maybe. You don't know. You might be hitting a lot of good value at different spots in different leagues. It allows you to, if one guy totally busts or 2 or 3 guys, if you have 2 or 3 guys in every league and they all bust, you're going to hate fantasy football by the end of the year. But if you diversify and you don't just, I have a belief in this guy, this is my guy this year, you will actually probably like fantasy a little bit more by the end of the year, especially if you're in multiple leagues. My last suggestion is if you're at the end of rounds in drafts, track the positions of the guys that are coming after you. Happened to me last night in a draft. I was drafted number 2 overall. Number 1 guy drafted Jamar Chase, number 1. Second round, he drafted Trey McBride and Tyreek Hill. So 4th round and 5th round means he was probably going running back. So if I was heady, for round 4, if I wanted a running back there, you take the running back.